Freddie, a very impressive result, but I mean it's more so about the workout and getting the pre-season in, and I'd say you're delighted to be back playing football instead of running.
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to get back on the pitch, as you said. We've had a lot of hard running and a lot of hard football sessions, and it's nice to get back on, have 45 minutes and get your legs going again.
I mean, like Shelbourne, they're a first division team here, and it was a lot of younger players for them because they've got matches and stuff, but I mean it's a good test against a strong enough team.
Yeah, that's some good players. You know, I think we was aware that the first team game last night.
Yeah.
So it was going to be a younger team, but they were good. They were a good test, and it's better than playing against yourself. You know, it's good to have a proper game, and they gave us a good game. And
surprisingly, there was actually some big noise from the Ipswich fans who've travelled or who indeed live in Ireland.
Yeah, it was. You know, second half there was a lot of noise. There's a great fans at Ipswich Town, and it was a really good atmosphere today, and good for both set of fans, I think.
I mean, looking back on it now, like last season there was huge disappointment with the playoffs obviously for Ipswich. I mean, is the goal this year to push on and get automatic promotion to that first or second place?
Yeah, definitely. You know, last year we finished 6th, so we want to try and improve on that, and if we can get in the top 2 we'll be delighted, but if not then we want to be in that top 6 and have another chance at the playoffs like we did this season.
Mick obviously has his huge international experience, and I mean he's a big name manager. I mean, how have you found working under him?
It's been brilliant. Everyone knows Mick McCarthy, what he's like, and he's a big manager in the game, so to be working under him is really good. You know, him and Terry Connor, they're top drawer really. The boys love them, and they've got a really good group here at the minute.
I mean, do you think this Ipswich team is good enough to go on and maybe even win the championship this year?
I'd like to think so. You know, we've brought a few good players in: Brett Pittman, Ryan Fraser, Ainsley from Arsenal, and we've still got Daryl Murphy, David McGoldrick, and Christoph Berra to come back. So there's a good squad of players here, and hopefully we can kick on from last season really.
And finally, personally for yourself, what would be your personal goals for this season?
Personally, you want to get in a team. You know, that's the most important thing at the minute, is to catch the gaffer's eye. Yeah, definitely. You know, there's a lot of competition for places, so the most important thing at the minute is getting in a team, and then your goals come from there. Obviously, you want to score goals, you want to play well, and you want to get as high up at the league as possible.
Thank you very much. Dylan Connolly, welcome home. What was it like to be back at Talca Park?
It was great. It's great being back, like seeing all the lads and all, and even playing there and today. It's just great. It was.
It's kind of weird seeing you in an English team strip.
Oh yeah, I felt weird myself. I was like, okay, well I passed the ball. So now, yeah, it was good. It was good.
And how are you finding? I mean, you moved to Ipswich quite a while ago. How have you been finding the move all in all?
Yeah, it's very good. To be honest, I'm enjoying it. So it's getting on well. So
working with a former international manager, and of course you're part of the under-21 international squad as well. It must be, but it's a bright future for you.
Yeah, well, hopefully I keep working hard and get in the team and do something, you know.
How do you think you've been working with Mick? Because obviously when you came over, like you've probably gone a lot farther than you might have. Like it's gone a lot quicker than you might have hoped.
Yeah, well I didn't. It was all the shock to me really. I was playing 21s one week and I was on the bench against Fulham the other. But it's just crazy really.
And you know, like, do you ever like sort of pinch yourself and you're like, I'm playing in the championship?
All the time, like, so Mick McCarthy's a big name, like, you know. So playing under him is just unbelievable.
And have you been watching Shelbourne's fortunes at all? I mean, it hasn't been the best season for them this year.
But they've been doing okay now the last few weeks, so hopefully they can get a few other wins and climb the top of the table.
And finally, obviously last year with the playoffs, it was a huge disappointment for Ipswich. I mean, is the big goal this year to go for automatic promotion?
Yeah, totally. Like, so everyone's playing the Premier League, so that's the push towards. So.
All right, thank you. Jay, it's an impressive result, but most importantly, you're back playing football now. I'd say that you're getting sick and tired of all that running in pre-season.
Yeah, exactly. We just had 2 weeks back now. We had a week back in Ipswich and a week out here at Carton House training, and this is a perfect end for the week for us. They gave us a good game. You know, a lot of young lads out there running around, working hard, and it was tough. But you know, got 6 goals, and I'm sure the manager will be happy.
A goal for yourself as well. They're rare, aren't they?
They're very rare. Yeah, but I think it's something about Ireland that I must like, because I came over with Reading in a friendly once against Bray. Yeah, so I just must like it over here. But yeah, no, I was happy. He was playing a bit more advanced today as well, and getting in the box. And if you get in the box and you get your chances every now and then, you nick a goal.
You mentioned playing advanced. I mean, is that the position you find yourself most comfortable in, or do you prefer playing a bit farther back?
I like it when we have 3 in midfield, because it gives you a bit more kind of licence to get forward. When you play 2 in midfield, you always got one eye behind you. But when there's 3 of you, as long as one sits, you can always kind of push on. So I like that. But you know, our manager is very versatile, and so the players here. So sometimes we play 4-4-2, sometimes 4-3-3. So whatever we play, we kind of adapt to really.
You mentioned the game against Bray. Do you still have that match ball?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed it.
Yeah, no. But back to this season for Ipswich. I mean, last season there was obviously the huge disappointment at Wembley. I mean, does this team believe that this year is their year to go to the Premier League?
Yeah, I think we do. We built on the season before last, and we got into the playoffs. The season before that, we were finished 8th or 9th. So this year, if we build again, then we should be there or thereabouts. But it's a competitive league all the time. A lot of teams kind of start spending money in the summer. We're not really one of those teams. You know, we sold Tyra Mings. There's rumours about Daryl Murphy going as well. So, but that's why we've got such a good manager, because whatever group of players he's got, he get the best out of. And we've got a real honest bunch. We've got a really good captain who keeps us together, and we're always going to give our all.
You mentioned the quality of the manager. You've got that bit of an Irish connection, so you know Mick McCarthy as well as anybody. I mean, how have you found working for him since you moved to Ipswich?
Yeah, it's great. He's a great manager. I really like him. Get on well with him. All the players do. And then when you come over here, he's a legend. You can't go anywhere without someone wanting a piece of him. So he's been great, and a manager who's kind of brought my career on again.
And I mean, what is your personal goals for this season? Because you mentioned he brought your career back on again. I mean, you've had a tough last few years. I mean, what's your goals for this year?
Just do enough to maybe earn a contract. I'm out. This is my last year at Ipswich, and by the end of the season I'll be 32. So it's becoming a young man's game now. So I'll be getting on a bit. But if I can do enough this season and play enough games to show that the manager needs me in the squad, then hopefully I get a new contract here, and if not, then somewhere else. But yeah, I love Ipswich and I like working for the manager. So it'd be nice to. My main aim is to play enough games and play well enough to earn a new contract.
What's your relationship like with Mick McCarthy?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, very good. Same as he's one of those managers who doesn't have any favourites. What you see is what you get with him as well. He tells you how it is, and this year I'll play a few games, and then there's some games where I won't play because we've got a talented squad. But just got to make sure that when I do play, I'll show him that I've still got a bit of life in me.
All right, thank you very much.